Good day, boys and girls. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jeroen, and today I am going to show you Space Quest 4, Roger, Wilco, and the Time Rivers. It is the first Space Quest to be entirely mouse controlled. And as the name suggests, this time traveling is the main theme. As you can see, it is still in EGA. We don't have about 16 colors. There is a VGA version of it, but I never obtained it. We rejoin our friend semi-hero Roger Wilco as he rockets back towards his home planet Xenon, where he hasn't been since Space Quest 2, having successfully rescued those infected with Andromeda. The rest was gone too quickly. During the descent to this cosmic canteen, he is unaware of the interest that has been generated regarding his fate. Planet Magnesis. Subject Roger Wilco. Location confirmed. We have confirmation of his position, Master. Off with you to Magnesis, then. It's time for Roger Wilco to meet his fate, and the rest I couldn't read. As our story begins, we find the aluminum Mallard parked outside a city spaceport bar. And of course, it had to get to it. We join Roger as he relates his greatly exaggerated tales of adventure. The aliens are only too happy to listen, as long as Roger is lying. Are you Roger Wilco? Yeah. Please come with me. Hello, Roger Wilco. Surprised to see an old friend. You have no idea what a special moment this is for me. This is no chance encounter, I can assure you. I have been a loose and tired. I have this delusion. I completely fucked it up. I do not like to lose. You are a blemish in what could otherwise be a perfect record. Domination, terror, and invincibility. Besides, I'm still a bit bitter. Only way to relieve the pain of my humiliation and to prevent you from being a pain in my future, you must die. My charges will take care of the messy stuff for me. You go lift and split him up, Mr. Wilco. Follow me and do exactly as I say. Let's move! Hey! I wanna know what Listen, I can't explain it all to you now. They've got a bit on our coordinates. Really goes too fast. I've got to do this fast. Shield your eyes. Jump into the time pit. Do it now. You've got to. If I take time to explain, we will both be fried pizza. That will be a lot easier. Now, where am I? You wander aloud to non-existent auditory organs. This place sure looks homey. Hey, wait! It looks just like Xenon. It is Xenon. It's really a pile. Along with the changes induced by an armed conflict, the city looks different. More modern and a heavy dash of post-disaster seasoning. Casually glancing at the status line, you happen to notice you are in Space Quest 12. What happened? Who was that guy with the overdeveloped hairdryer? Why did you let yourself be talked into jumping into some strange shimmering hole? Why are you talking to yourself? These incredibly intriguing questions will quickly be forgotten with barely an electron stirred in a well-armored orb atop your shoulders. Well, instead of typing commands, I now have icons to control, Roger. Not unfamiliar with the icon system the Jabber uses. Walking, looking, picking stuff up or doing things in general. Talking, sniffing, and tasting. This is the last used inventory item, my inventory general, settings, and a help icon. Now, this place is not exactly safe. There is a kind of a zombie walking around in here, and if he catches me, he will kill me. It's a bit awful that walking off the screen. Well, that is the zombie. Now, if I time things right, it shouldn't be too much of a problem, but now here's a rope. Let's pick it up. You take possession of the small, frayed, useless-looking length of rope. Now this water here looks very static. Now in the VGA version it is animated if I... dang. That was a bad start. Yes, it is really possible that that zombie comes completely out of the blue. Without any chance of avoiding it. That is a bit of the nasty part in this. Is he going away? As long as I stay away from it, far enough from it. Yeah, you see that bunny. I said it before, I hate to use brand names in my videos, but this is actually a parody to the commercials of Duracell batteries. Similar bodies were used in. Which is especially confirmed when I catch one. Did you take a good look at how I caught it? Huh? Straying out the rope and using the action icon to actually do the catching itself. Now if I turn this bunny around, that's with the look item, then I can remove the battery I am supposed to be needing it later. That's safe, as I have a few more things to do here before that freaking zombie comes back here. The action button then. Okay, now you have the unstable ordnance. Remember, it was your ID. Good luck. Yeah, there is that son of a bitch, so let's get away quickly as he is coming my way. Now I hope I got everything here. Not entirely sure though. Gotta forgive me, it has been a while for me too. However, I can return to this place, so it may not be too much of a problem. Well, that jar I will need soon. And, well, this is optional, but it provides some important information. Data entry 22795. This message is to whoever may be so fortunate to find it. I am Professor Lloyd, lead designer of the Xenon supercomputer project, the ultimate in artificial intelligence. The computer was designed to enhance our lives, but instead ended up being the ruin of us all. We made the mistake of tying it into the most important parts of our existence. Yeah, my recording title before that. Here on Xenon, including our weather control and defense systems. It seemed like a sound idea at the time and all, proceeded well for about 3 years. It was around then that a deep space salvage operation, that I can't read, what appeared to be some sort of antiquated data storage unit, containing a flimsy cardboard box with the words Leisure Suit Larry imprinted. On its back was a picture of not a particularly wholesome gentleman, but that's another story. My counterparts exhibited shameful behavior as they tore open the box to get its contents. I could not understand the commotion it generated. The data was uploaded into the supercomputer for analysis. As a result, a crippling virus spread through the machine like a bad social disease. All control of the computer was lost. All screens went blank, and then these words went on the display monitors and uttered by the vocal outputs, Wilco must pay. From that day forth, the possessed computer waged war on the inhabitants of Xenon, using our own weapons against us. Some managed to escape to other planets. those of us who remained and stayed to fight the machine robots under its control, where it was a bloody war. Those of us that were not killed were taken captive and modified. These cyborgs infiltrated the loyal ranks of resistance, rooting out almost all hiding places, exposing us to the mechanical menace. Some of these poor souls still wander the streets. As of this recording, we are down to only a handful of rebels. Wealth is deteriorating rapidly. To make matters worse, I have just learned that the computer has unraveled the mysteries of time travel. I have sent my 2 best men to attempt to steal this new technology. If you are not a machine, then perhaps they were successful. Yeah, and the last disappeared too soon, but it came down to you are our only hope. Now, why they came up with Leisure Suit Larry, which is of course a very famous franchise, also created by Shara, is because of a story about the Leisure Suit Larry game that quickly got out of content and became an urban legend. According to this urban legend, whenever you would finish Leisure Suit Larry with a full 222 points, that your hard drive would be erased. Now, of course, not a single company in their right mind would put something like that in a game. And the guys at Shara were certainly not that stupid. What actually happened back in the day, a lot of games were copied illegally, and Leisure Suit Larry happened to be one of the most pirated games of its time. How did Shara know? Because they sold more handbooks than actual games. However, if you copy stuff illegally, then the chance that a computer virus may inflict it is a bit higher. And so illegal copies with Leisure Suit Larry, which contained the virus, did come around, and one person did take it to his work to play it when the boss wasn't looking, causing the virus to activate and cause a lot of damage. And that story got completely out of proportion and became an urban legend on its own. So we can say that there is a little core of truth in it. Oh no, the door is shut and there is no way back. Now you are what are you going to do? Now, when I try to leave here... Yes. Now it seems that I was a bit too quick. That can be a bit nasty. Now I do have a few more. Goes on this. But this is not gonna be easy. Now, if I'm lucky, the assets will be released once again, because I need that stuff. And I really needed this music to play. And yes, now the asset follows me. course, when I stand in this acid, I will die. You scoop up the slimy secretion. Better get away before it scoops you up. And now I know what I have forgotten. It is indeed here. I know where it is. I'm not quite sure if I will get a chance to still get it. But we shall see soon enough. You see this aircraft landing? And some soldiers getting out. Of course, when they find me, I'm dead meat. And that is, of course, why I will save the game first. But I already suspected that they would be here, but the item I wanted is in that little spacecraft, but I can't do without it at this specific moment, so perhaps it doesn't really matter. Yeah, where are we going now, eh? Well, this is, of course, Vogel's Fortress. I must say, and this place is a copy protection, and I'm not going to show how to get past this in this video, for pretty obvious reasons. So I will cut that copy protection out and immediately go to what comes next. Yes, and this is what you get to see when you get finally past the copy protection. Now this device I can use to enter codes, and If I enter this one, for example. And now we suddenly see Space Quest 3, the Pirates of Pestilon. As I no longer am in possession of the demo weave underwear, leaving the time pod now will kill me. Now the code that was on my display before I left, that one I screenshotted, as I will need it to get back to Space Quest 12. Now I need to look at another screenshot I just took. And I will normally get this code through hints in game. But I haven't passed those points yet. And ScumVM easily crashes whenever I do it otherwise. Now let's go to this first. Let's see. This one. This one. Ah, no, I did it wrong. Can I clear this? Oh. That would work, well then this will just fail. But I entered something wrong. I need it. This one, and this one. And now I need to check my screenshot once more. UAT, at least that's what I like to call these characters. Yeah, that's... I heard the game giving me points and that the code is correct. And the area I will get in should look familiar if you have been playing the entire Space Quest series. Well, let's leave the pot. Yeah, that's... yes. And, well, Space Quest 1, and we are here in Yulan's Flats. Now, though they tried to copy the graphics pretty much to how it was in the original Space Quest, you see that they are a little bit higher in resolution nonetheless. So HBS closed. Well, the writing is still on it. Does it still say Xenon Bytes? You don't know what it says, but you're sure it's not flattering. Perhaps Murphy and Crow forgot what it actually meant. Well, those bikes will be important soon. Yeah, Tiny's used spaceships, but Tiny isn't here either. The only thing that is still operative here is the bar. The old bar is still here. The smell of new and used Corona ale stinks up the place. Just the aroma leads you to vividly remember your previous drunken visit here. You break out in cold sweat. Well, perhaps you recognize the performers. Sometimes you could also have them in the original Space Quest 1. The slot machine is gone. Let's try to pick up this matchbox and see what happens. An attempt to get the matches failed. Well, looky here, if it ain't a Mr. Look at Me, I'm an EGA. What's the matter? Monochrom's not good enough for you? What's this? 16 colors all for one little bitmap wimp? What a waste of EGA! Ha ha! Hey fellas, I bet we can toss him all the way out from the bottom of the stairs. Betcha an ale? Now, of course, if you would happen to play the VGA version, then they would talk about look at me, I'm a VGA, and speak of 256 colors. Well, let's if I try to enter the bar now, I will just be kicked out. So let's have some revenge. Boy, that was close! You think to yourself as you come out of hiding from behind Tiny's hut. Interesting how their bikes can go through the force fields. Now these guys will try to kill me. Of course, you should have noticed that they did make the style the same as in EGI, the white text boxes with the red border. Will stay that way for as long as I'm in SQ1. Apparently I failed this one. I jump away at just the correct time. I would boy, that was close. Well, I will have to make another one of those escapes. And all I needed in this time sector was this box of matches. I can still try to speak to the bartender. You speak to the bartender. He looks up at you and says, "Hey, aren't you the guy who broke my slot machine? You owe me some money." You explain that you are really busy and must be going. So basically it's Canaan that you play through until you reach the max amount of money. Yeah, well, this is a harder one to time. I guess I was too early. No, that was close. Well, say goodbye to Space Quest 1 as we don't have to be here ever again anymore. Now it is pretty just much random guessing a few codes. And eventually I will end up there where I should be. Any code could be the right one. It's just randomly guessing. As a matter of fact, it's not even guessing. I think it's just random if the code does anything at all. Space Quest 10. Latex Babes of Astros. And well, this is where I will spend the most part of the game. Of course, there never was a Space Quest 10. And Space Quest 6 was the last Space Quest to ever be created. For now it's just a bit of wandering around. And we see a nice looking shadow passing by. Whoa, what was that? You got a feeling you are not alone here. Yeah, if you took a good look, you could have seen on the left side of the screen that the shadow of a beautiful looking woman did pass by. Now I can go south here, but nothing will happen. Although this location will be important soon enough. Well, let's go back to the time pot, which I don't need anymore. Because my ticket off this planet will be with another time pot. Yeah, well, we are hanging cute here. You look pretty pathetic hanging under that pterodactyl. Oh, this bird could use some skin lotion on those talons. Well, and below you saw a nest passing by. Whoa, those talon things hurt. You didn't care much for the landing either. just wait a few secs and... My. Rather than the sequel policeman penetrating inner sanctum of the nest, the reverse obviously occurred. That's... Your frisking of the scored sequel policeman, then just a paper wrapped up wad of chewing gum. I can try to talk to him. Help! A giant branch has penetrated my vital organs and I can't get up. Ah, but seriously, did you actually think this guy has time to talk to you? He's busy being dead. Typically share out to say it like that. Well, let's leave this nest before that horrible beast returns. And now some trouble will happen. You've got a lot of nerve to come back here, Roger Wilco. After leaving me the way you did, you male scum. This is the last woman you'll ever dump. Right, girls? Right. Said you couldn't be tied down. I said that? Yeah, you said I had to be free to roam the galaxy. Was that me? You'll be sorrier than your luck. We'll see to that. Yeah. Into the sub, fly boy. Well, I can only obey. Of course, you realize we are in the future. So this gal is very likely pissed off from something, about something that has not happened to me yet, but would happen to my future self. And you hope these weird women soon realize they found the wrong guy. Yeah, this is Sandra. We are approaching checkpoint 6. Prepare to open the tunnel door. Activate the door. Now this is just a place where I have to perform a few quick actions in order. Doing any of them wrong will get me killed. But not because of these ladies. Sit down! Comfy, Mr. Wilco? Wait, what are you doing? Let me go, bitch! Shut up! Your whimpering sickens me. I'll teach you not to run out on me. Now a nice continuity error. Where did Sandra's boots go? Taurine is quite knowledgeable in the ways of torture. I'll let you two get acquainted. Taurine, do your stuff. With pleasure, Sandra. Let me introduce you to a friend of mine. It's the AP-RIP 357, the most powerful hand hair remover in the universe, and it's capable of shaving your legs clean off. I always wanted to see a man shave with one of these devices, and I guess you too. Now you will need the true meaning of the word it's a sea slug! Run, girls! Girls, are you pretty helpless? Now, let's... Oh, just slug. Basically, there's nothing I can do as long as I'm tied up. But now this chair will open. And let's use that thing they used to kill my pants against that beast. And shoot with, you know, whatever that was in that tank. Hit the slug. Our hero! Wasn't he great, girls? Well, Rock, I guess we can call it even. Thank you for winning our fortress of that slimy, awful sea slug. But, I know I can't blame you for backing out on the last minute. I guess I was a little overbearing, sorry. Can we still be good friends? Now, wait a minute, let's talk about this. No, Roger, you were right, you didn't need to spare my feelings. It just wasn't meant to be, it's better this way. Well, girls, I feel like celebrating. Let's go shopping! Of course, the big cliche of women and shopping. But before that, meanwhile, back in Space Quest 12. Got here. This is the rebel scum we captured in this SQ4 time sector. He had just aided Wilco in escaping. The readout on his time gun indicates that Wilco was successfully transported into this time sector, as you feared. That is no longer a concern. Wilco will soon surrender to us, once he has learned that we have captured his son. And then he shall be destroyed for once and for all. Galaxy Galleria. Basically, I hate shopping malls. That is exactly what this is. Oh my, Sandra has dropped her bank card. Well, let's cheat on her again. Yeah, well, I will have to come back here at the software house later. Now, this must be done even though it will fail. Identification test negative. You obviously don't resemble a blonde woman. What a surprise! Well, that will be the next object to do. Make sure that I look like a blonde woman. Radio Shock, a parody to Radio Shack, but it had to be removed from future versions of the game because Radio Shack filed a lawsuit. Well, I cannot yet enter Monolith Burger because no pants, no service, and I will immediately kicked out when I try to enter. So I'll first have to get my pants prepared. Yeah, and tall, and then we see that guy coming out. Pardon me, sir, you appear to be in dire need of my services. Well, you can say that again. Now, let's talk to that robot. I'm sorry, but I lost my boots and the lack of my pants in a dreadful fight against the sea slug, in which I won in the nick of time and blah 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 blah. Well, that's just skip everything that these people are saying. The point is that I will be needing a new pair of trousers and that this droid will get me one. Change your clothes, not forgetting the items in your pockets. You never know when you'll need them. You step out looking good as new. That will be 20 Buckazoids, please. How many Buckazoids do I actually have? 59. Thank you so much for shopping with us, sir. Do come back soon. Yeah, the arcade. Now, optionally, you can play Miss Astro Chicken here, but I am not really interested in that. And this is the women's clothing shop, as I said. The task is to dress myself as a blonde woman. The problem is that the dress I need costs more Buckazoids than I currently have. And now the software shop is... Sorry, but the crowd completely cleaned out my stock of Shara software. The only thing that's left is some boring and business applications software along and a few inferior games. But feel free to look around anyway! So you are looking for a good database? We got one coming next week. Well, let's have a look at... Now it is nice to take a look here. Boom! The latest Bond from master storyteller Maury Brian Naughty. Boom is a post-Holocaust adventure set in a post-Holocaust America after the Holocaust. Neutron bombs have eradicated all life, leaving only you to wander through the wreckage. No other characters, no conflict, no puzzles, no chance of dying, and no interface make this the easiest to finish game yet. Just boot it up and watch it explode. This was a middle finger to Loom, one of the first adventure games in which you could not die or get the game into an unfinishable state. Shara was for a long time against that entire concept, and Loom was deemed too easy because of all of this. I think that The Secret of Monkey Island really showed that you can still create a very hard point and click adventure with this concept though, but that's another story. Resume. Let's put this one aside as I don't need it. Cluck Eggers, Advanced Chicken Simulator. From the folks who brought you Astro Chicken. When it comes to stimulating chickens, Cluck Egger is the expert. And now you can learn from him. Design the chicken of your choice. Over 40 options, including lips, no lips, and laying frequency. And take your creation for a wild ride over a real barnyard scenery based on the authentic flight model of a chicken. You're in for a pack of fun now. I do not really know what that was supposed to parody. Another nice title has come from Soft, the checkerboard construction set. Following closely on the heels to his hit tic-tac-toe construction set, Phil Fudge does it again. Using a simple point-and-click interface, you construct the checkerboard of your dreams. Fill in on an 8x8 grid with squares of your choice, red or black, and in any arrangement as long as it's alternating. Don't like it? Erase it and start all over again. Requires CGA, CGA, VGA, PGA, or Terra Bungie. Which is actually a parody to construction games in general. Where in the world is Jaime Lipswitch? And who really cares? It's the newest in the wacky Jaime Lipswitch series. Jaime, son of a wealthy New York furrier, has gone wild with Dad's frequent flyer vouchers again. Can you track Jaime down and bring him home to meet the girl Mom's picked out for him? Hold on to your yarmuckle. Jaime Lipswitch strikes again. Yeah, it's Sim, the simulator. It's here at last with a combination of SAI, Simulated Artificial Intelligence, and VRAI, Virtually Real Artificial Intelligence. We at Maxdis Software have created a simulator experience that's unlike anything you've ever simulated playing before. With SimSim, you can create a simulated environment in which you can create any simulated environment you want. Well, this is a parody to the Sim series of Maxis Software. SimCity is most likely the most famous one, but there's also Sim Earth, in which you can simulate your entire world instead of a city, and we have Sim End, in which you can simulate your own ant colony. It came for dessert. As for the hills, it's coming, and this time it's hungry. It came for dessert is a thrilling action adventure in which a mob of pushy overweight relatives invade your kitchen, armed with only a jello mold and a pastry bag. You must repel the invaders, always keeping an eye on your blood sugar level. It's the merriest mix-up since Animalware's fabulous Defender of the Crown Rib Roast. It came for dessert is a parody to It Came from the Desert. Well, Space Quest 48. Quest for Disk Space. Presenting the latest in the award-winning King's Quest series from the still active mind of aging Roberta Williams III. Latest in the award-winning Roberta Williams series. What happens when old man Graham and his family are kicked out of Daventry Condo Association? You'll meet the fabulous Bernoulli brothers, Professor C.D. Romberg, and of course Rumpelstiltskin, over 12 gigabytes in length. Pretty much of a laugh in today's standards, but this was actually a problem back in the time that games got bigger and bigger and bigger, that you were very soon required to buy a computer with a greater hard drive, or you simply couldn't install certain games. And well, they used King's Quest to parody that. Now this is what I need, the Space Quest for Handbook, and with that they actually break the fourth wall. Now let's read the description. The two guys from Andromeda, latest sci-fi comedy Space Quest 4, will give you hours of frustration unless you have this hint book. Want to know how to get past the dog in the hanging basket? I wonder, was there even one? Want to find out how to attach it to a melon? What the fuck? Buy this hint book and all becomes obvious. You'll hit your head and say, boy, how stupid could I have been? And no one could have figured this out. I must be a real dimwit, a pathetic nimble, a wretched idiotic excuse for a human being not to have figured out these simple puzzles in the first place. Try it and see. Now, this one I'm going to keep. Ah, I see you've picked your selection in our bunks of bargain bin. Now, I must pay for this? And, well, there are a few things. Okay, I just will have to... Yeah. The hand icon, yes. Now, I must really stress out, this is not what you would see in the real Heinz book, except for questions and answers that you could only read with a special set of glasses that was done that way in order to keep the hint books spoiler free, so that you could only read what you wanted to read. You then replace that with a kind of magic pen, and then you can reveal the answers. But in this case, the questions and their answers are just silly. I'm in a tunnel with a light visible at the far end. What should I do? And the answer, maybe you're having a near-death experience. We all know the story of the tunnel, but people who are near death. Of course, the question refers to the tunnel that we got through with the sub when Zondra took me there. Go for it. Haven't you ever seen Poltergeist? Go into the light, Carol Ann. Now let's see. There are a few questions that actually have... I'm in the time pod. Where else can I go? Where do you think? Some place where the sun don't shine. Julian's Flats, if you had the coordinates. Well, that is... And this is, of course, a part of the code to get into Space Quest 1. But that is no longer of any use to me, as I've already been there. Okay. Help, I've fallen and I can't get up. We'll call your family and the hospital right away, Mrs. Fletcher. I think this is the thing I need. I'm in a room inside a supercomputer. Scary eyeball-looking things stare at me. Biomechanical bones living up the area nicely. How do I get the door open? And this is actually the answer I will need then. I don't read it right now, but I will read it when I actually reach that door. 69, 65, 84, 76, 69. And that will be my code to open the door, and one typo in it and I will be dead. But that comes later in the game. Right now, let's just get out of this software. Now, like I said, before I need more money to buy those women clothes, and that money can be found here. I'd like we're out of it. We're out of everything, including employees. Would you like to apply for a job? I want a job. You would, huh? Well, I guess it's the greatest opportunity you ever had, kid. Benefits are wazoo. And if you stick with me half an hour or so, I'll make you... I can't read that. G. Sachs. Apparently, Crow and Murphy have gotten a lot of complaints about the robot fight and that space fight at the end of Space Quest 3. And rightly so. So basically, I can now whip out, and I will. Oh, by the way, you are about to be fired. You're fired! My janitor could do a better job than this. Now that cigar is actually the only thing that I need in this fucking mall. But I do need to do all the other quests or my ticket out won't appear. Now that cigar will eventually end up the end of the conveyor, I will get past it anyway as I play along here, so no hurry. And well, although I did skip the arcade part in at the hamburger restaurant, I did still get the cash, so now I can buy that dress I need. Let's have a chat with the robot behind the counter. Hi hon, I'm Maybot, fashion consultant to the... I can read that. What can we do for you today? Well, it's kinda hard to explain. Oh, let me guess, you want something for someone very special. Somebody who died to get the latest in high galactic fashion. Are we right? Or are we right? We're right. Okay, what size does he take? 38. I don't think we're right about that. Well, I'm not sure if he's built about like me. Is she? A likely story. Good thing for you, I can keep a secret, sweetie. Now 38 does not tell me much, as these are very likely American measurements, and they are quite different from European ones, and remember, I'm Dutch. I'm sure this will suit that special someone's need. It's all the rage. I suppose you'll want to try it on now. Here, use this dressing room. And honey, if your special someone needs the wig, this one would look pretty good on you. Well, do we look like a lovely lady? Well, lovely honey, it's made for you. Would you like to wrap that, or for that special someone on stick over at home? Just what we thought. That will be 16 Hunterzoids, sicko. Appreciate it, huh? Thanks for shopping at Saks. Well, let's first get that cigar butt. And now to go to that ATM. In Dutch we call that a floppertopper. Anyway, let's use it. Clean house. And that gives me a lot of money. I now have a total of 2009 Buckerzoids. And now to go to Radio Shock. Yeah, well, it is basically just that is not the correct category, I guess. Not currently available, discontinued, estimated delivery somewhere in the far future, too expensive. Yes, I guess this is the... With great patience you entered each and every one of the 1999 Buckerzoids into the sales spot coin receptor. And this is the one that I must have. Exit. Well, thank you message, and we're back out. Buying that thing, which I actually don't really need. but it is what triggers the next event. Although that next event won't take place until I change back into my regular clothes. So let's go back to the ladies' clothing shop and get my own clothes back. Strictly speaking, this dress is also mine. After all, I paid for it. And I worked for it. You quickly change your clothes while thinking to yourself that even dressed in drag you still have that animal magnetism. Or is that just filthy deodorant? And well, the next thing that is going to happen is less pleasant. I have to, like I said, open my ticket back to Space Quest 12. I cannot go out with the escalators. If I try to use those, one of those sequel cops will appear and kill me. And really, I hate the part that is coming next. Yeah, the gents' clothing shop. But it is the arcade hall that I must be right now. I will say before moving on that only free stall is Miss Astro Chicken, but I'm not going to play right now. Yeah, well, that time pot is my ticket out of here. But as you can see, those motherfuckers of working for Valhall are not going to give me an easy ride on that one. It doesn't really make sense to pick the other gate back into the arcade, as one way or another I will always meet that motherfucker and he will kill me nonetheless. Reaching this stairway is always a bit, and that is why I save the game. It is not the first time that one goes wrong on me. I actually hate those conveyors. Well, basically the task at hand is to get them distracted. And as I already thought something like this would happen, I will this time make an extra save in order to deal with that. But let's extend as close here as possible. Yes, made it this time. Well, basically I am now in a zero gravity environment. All I can hope for is hope that those suckers will keep missing. I guess they still missed me. And now I have to, when I am in a certain spot, they will come after me in that swimming. Yes, there they are. Let's have one more temp save on a different spot. Basically, they both have to shoot at me, but I must miss. But look what will happen once they shoot. Well, they hit me. But you saw that they got out of control in shooting me. Yeah. Really, perhaps I can better go from this. Yeah, the engine is a bit fucking up on me. And let's now do it from this spot. I hope they are following me. Yes, they are. And I hope they miss me. Yes, they did. They are out of control now, and now I have a very short time to get into the arcade. Once I made it back into the time pod, I'm pretty much safe, as long as I don't leave it. This code that is now displayed on the monitor will get me back into this arcade. The point is though that I don't need it anymore. I will just, to make even more sure that nothing can happen to me anymore, and while I'm traveling back to Space Quest 3, let me check my screenshot of the code to get back into Space Quest 12. 3 lines, C and 2 question marks. 3 lines, C and 2 question marks. Let's now check my screenshot. 2 lines and a dot and a capital A. That is this one and this one. And this will bring me back to Space Quest 12. where I will be for the remainder of the game. No more time travels, except from going back to the Space Quest 4 time era when I actually finished the game. Now, when you try to get here the first time you get into this fortress, there will be a guard here killing you as soon as you enter. Since he's gone now, I can now just enter the place by pouring some of that acid stuff I got in the sewers. Now, like I said, I only needed the matchbox and the sugar butt and the cigar butt. Let's here show you why. The smoke will reveal the lasers. Now, if you were wondering about that Space Quest 1 code, only the first 3 characters were shown in the hint book. If you open this, you will see the last 3. Now, these lasers will kill me unless they are perfectly straight. That ain't going to be easy. Let's see. Oh, that's the inventory. That's not it. Yeah, too low numbers won't be accepted. I guess that was a bit too much. Yeah, how much degrees would that be? 20? Guess not. The last one, that looks like 45. Guess it isn't, huh? Will this get me a 90 degree? Almost there with the middle one. Well, the same goes for the back one. If this is the correct one, then I will... No, that's not it. I guess that is not exactly 90. Dang. Okay, the first one is the way it should be. Yeah, well, no. That is... Can't I... Oh. Yes. That would be more like it. That was a bit too much. Almost. The first one should not be moved anymore. And well, let's try this. The first two are of course I can keep this up for quite a while, and eventually it should well, I can just press enter because it won't move anyway. So far. And let's move into the next room. Now this requires a bit of timing, as the game will warn me about a robot closing in. And if I go away too early, then I will face it when I get back here. If I wait too long, then it will follow me, also coming to kill me whenever I waited too long. That. Yes, now it went the other way. Causing me to be safe, because it won't notice me anymore. Kind of a nasty trick. Yes, it does say something about a robot on the right, but that is not really my concern anymore. And I guess it was talking about the one on the upper catwalk. Well, this is, you remember that I found a numeric code in the hint book. Well, this is the lock need it for. Let's copy that. 69, 65, 84, 76, 69. Yes, I saved in this very room. Now let's yeah, that sometimes happens. I don't know why, but then you can wait forever, but nothing will happen. I guess that is a bug. Let's use the eye icon. And still, nothing happens. Let's go a bit straighter to it. Yeah, it's not really. Well, let's see. And now we get the console I wanted. 69, 65, 84, 76, 69. If I made one typo in this, I'm dead. But since it opens up, I guess stuff works. Now, when I set things in motion, a countdown will run. I guess I just need to walk in then, yes. Yeah, Leisure Suit Larry 4, which is of course a joke since Leisure Suit Larry 4 was never created. When I flush Space Quest 4, the game will terminate immediately. After all, I deleted it. And King's Quest 43 is just a joke, I guess. Well, pushing this, all the robots will be gone. However, this is your brain. This is your only brain. Had it been a real brain, you would have known how to use it. Unfortunately, I must delete my brain or nothing will happen at the grand finale point. Now, I won't die immediately because of this. A countdown will start running. But as you can see, it runs pretty fast, and I don't know why the mouse pointer was acting crazy like that, but now since I deleted the robots as well, the way to go will actually be quite easy. And I got by far more time than I need to get there. Well, those doorways that the upper catwalks lead to is actually my target point. But of course I should first get onto the upper catwalks. Easy enough, since this is a transporter device that will get me up. Thanks, Scotty. And I will save the game first, as the grand finale will start immediately as I enter. No. Hello again, Roger. It's me, your old friend, Sludge Fowl. I've taken the liberty of borrowing your son's body. I had to remove him first to make room for my mental self. His is on this disc. I must say, it's most enjoyable to be in a young, healthy body, even if it's from your bloodline. In fact, I like it so much, I think I keep it. I guess we have no more use for this. Now it's time to settle this for once and for all. You'd better be careful though. Keep in mind, if I die while in this body, that disc will be useless. Your son will never draw another breath, and if you don't defend yourself, you will never live to buff another helmet. Come on, show me what you've got, mob jockey. That reminds me a bit of a nickname that I will get in the next Space Quest game. Basically, it's just I'm wrestling, and I've never really been fully sure how it works, but mostly I won it anyway, despite this little setback. For Valhall, that's not nice. 3 to 1, said Neil, but I already had 1 point. Is that the best offer you can muster? All this space hero nonsense must be getting to you. You're getting old, Roger. I, on the other hand, am enjoying the visible joys of youth. Well, having survived this fight is a good time to save. Of course, I must recover that disc that Valhall threw. Down. Let's see. Yes, let's. Yeah, and then. I hope I did this right. Yes. Thanks for saving me. I thought I was a goner. And basically, I finished the game now. Follow me, there are many things we need to talk about. You go for it, I'm so... You must be very confused. Were Valhol's words true? Are you really my son? You do look a little like me, then. Not as good looking. What do you mean, not as good looking? I'm 10 times... Oh, wait, what am I saying? This is no way to start. Yes, what Valhol said was true. I have many things to tell you, Dad. I should start at the beginning. I was born 19 years ago on Xenon. It has always been my home. The Xenon of today, at least up till recently, yes, that included water, minerals, and even our population that enjoyed peace for so many years that we took for granted. The creation of the first super biomech computer was one of the biggest success story in our history. It was able to store, organize and analyze all the knowledge of Xenon's intellectual, scientific and artistic communities has to offer. When the Valhol virus was introduced and began to control the computer, a state of total chaos was created. We were unprepared. Fuck you. The population was quickly decimated. Some of us stayed to fight. Some were captured and some fled the planet. Then it seemed when it seemed there was no hope, we thought of one last effort, and that was to find the only person in history to ever defeat Valhol. We had to go back in time to find that person. You. We just got her in time. You went back to time to get me. Why wasn't I available at this time? What happened to me? I don't understand. I'm sorry, there are things that I wish I could tell you, but cannot. And it's not what you want to hear. Believe me, I just can't. But hey, if you were my son, who's your mother? My wife? Where is she? Who is she? You sure ask a lot of questions for a janitor. Yeah, well, I think I would ask the same thing if I met my son from the future, to be honest. This is my mother and your wife. Her name was Beatrice Wankmeister. She was quite beautiful, wasn't she? What do you mean, was quite beautiful? What are you saying? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Please, I can't tell you anymore. I don't believe all this. I'm so confused. It doesn't matter now. I have to send you back where I found you, and history will probably reflect that brought us to this place in time. You won't remember much. It will seem like it was a real fuzzy dream. I must get the task of contacting all the surviving citizens of the planet. We have a huge task ahead of us. Rebuilding our city and all our lives will not be easy, but we will do it. Once more, I have to ask you to enter the time warp. It will return you to Macmeteus, now in Space Quest 4 era. Please go now. It's time. Dad? I'm glad I got to see you, even for a few seconds. Xena owes you a lot. Goodbye, Dad. No, seconds, minutes, yeah. And this is the last we will see of our hero as the game is finished now. So many unanswered questions. The future will be most interesting for Roger. If he can stay out of trouble long enough to see it. We are glad we could help Roger get through it all. Thank you for playing Space Quest 4, and the rest was out of the screen before I could restart it, but it doesn't matter anymore. I am going to end this video next week. Same time, same channel. I plan to be back with my video with commentary for Space Quest 5, the next mutation, which is actually one of my favorite Shara games, and certainly of the Space Quest series. I will not do Space Quest 6, and that is, or at least not in short notice. I do own the game, but it always crashed on me. I did read that ScumPM is able to run Space Quest 6, so I will have to try it on there as well and get the game as well through as I did with all the other Space Quests before I can make a proper video. Anyway, this is goodbye for now. Bye bye my friends, and thank you for watching.